Morning everyone, it's day 28, it's Wednesday the 13th of May, wow, Wednesday the 13th of May, halfway through SATS week, no, halfway through week 6 of home learning, and well done for everyone who's cracking through it as always. I've heard some fantastic things about the SATS booklets, well done to those people who picked them up yesterday. The SATS booklets will still be outside today all day at school. I've arranged with Mrs. Gamble who's going to leave them outside if you want to come and get a printed version of your SATS booklet. I've decided I'm going to send the answers out tomorrow for you guys to mark at home. We're not going to have a quiz tomorrow. Instead, we're going to do the SATS booklet during our quiz time. So no quiz tomorrow. Instead, you're going to do your SATS booklets, and I'm going to give you the answers to those that you guys can mark either tomorrow or Friday and send me what scores you've got, or if you want to send me any artwork that you've done from task 7, I think it was, you can do so as well. So the answers for the quiz will be coming out tomorrow instead. The answers for the SATs will be coming out tomorrow instead of the quiz. Hope that makes sense. So again, if you haven't picked up your booklet, if you want a printed version, go to school today and grab one. Also at school outside are some spare books, some homework books if you would, and sketchbooks if you need any more resources. I don't think I can keep coming around each house every time to drop bits off, so if you could come to school to help me and help yourselves, that would be great to come and get the booklets. Alright, so today guys, we are cracking through again with algebra and fractions in my maths. Should we have a look at what we're going to do? So, Mrs. Bassett's group are looking at brackets, expanding brackets, and how that works with algebra. Quite fun. Mrs. Fox's group are moving on to add and subtraction of fractions. And Mrs. De Flowers' group are looking at equations, thinking about what that might mean. Let's have a look at your tasks quickly. So Mrs. Fox's group, and a few others who have got this as well. Work out these questions using like fractions. Like fractions just means when the denominator is the same, so it's easy enough to just add across or subtract across. They're very straightforward, those first 4. Here, you've got to find a common multiple. So does 2 go into 8? Yes. Change it to an 8. It's been times by 4, so you times the top by 4 as well. And then you can only add them or subtract them when they are like fractions. So you find a common denominator. Great news about this one is, I'll tell you the clue. The biggest number, the smallest number goes into the biggest number. So you only need to change one set. Make sense? Give that a go. On the second part of that, you're looking at similar unlike fractions as well. Mixed numbers, guys. So here, when you've got the answer, if it's top heavy, you're going to convert it into a mixed number. So for example, if it was 20 at the top and 10 at the bottom, how many times does 10 go into 20? Oh, it's 2 whole with nothing left over. So you've got to convert it into a mixed number. How many times does the bottom number go into the big number with how many remaining left over? Okay, that's Mrs. Fox's group and a few others. Equations for my group. You've got to work out what the m is being represented by. So 4m add 9 is equal to 33. Well, I always say to you, get the numbers to one side, so the letters on its own. Let's put the 9 over to this side. So the 9 comes over to this side. When it comes over and jumps over the equals, you know it's a subtraction. It's the opposite. So 33 subtract 9 is 24. So 4m equals 24. What does m equal then? 4 times what equals 24? It's 6. Let's just check I've got that right before I go mad. Super! And then the second part of that is a little bit more tricky. It's using negative numbers and things like that. Again, if you're moving the number across, you do the inverse. Get the numbers to one side so the letter is on its own on one side. And Mrs. Bassett's group are looking at brackets. Some of you have got double brackets, some of you have got single brackets. Have a look at the lesson for that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You guys like to work that out for yourselves. So expand and simplify these expressions. 7, brackets a plus 4 equals what? I really like that. Enjoy. Right, and then in our, let's go back to our learning grid. We've got activity 8. Let's look at a model poem. So what we've got for you there, we've got a poem that's been created for you to look at by Pi Corbett using the City of Silence game called The Cave of Curiosity. So here's what's all about the Cave of Curiosity. What you need to do is read the poem, or listen to it. There's a little link if you want to listen to it, called The Cave. Each of the stanzas opens with, in the Cave of Curiosity, I created. That last one says, I captured at the end. Once you've read that through carefully, you're going to try and answer these questions in detail. There's only 5 questions, but again, you need to think clearly about how and what evidence you would like to show that you've understood that, and not just going for a one-word answer. For example, let's look at number 3. Which part of the poem did you find scariest, saddest, or most unusual, and why? Well, personally, I found the 3rd stanza the spookiest or scariest, and the reason why. Yeah, and maybe evidence from the text or something like that as you go through. And the last bit is write Pi a short piece. Oh, low battery. Write Pi a short piece of feedback about his poem. Give some praise, offer some advice, ask a question. So you can give some feedback, a little bit like we're doing our marking, so where you do something that was good about it, something you'd like to work on, and maybe a question for them to think about. In detail, guys, please do that. Again, it's half an hour's writing. Okay, so it's not a submitted piece, but again, I'm going to be checking up and seeing how it's been going on. That's going to be a poem that you're going to base your model on when it comes to writing yours over the next few days and putting some more detail into it. I posted last night Mr. Coin's PE challenges, so look on the YouTube channel for those. Have a look if you've not looked at your feedback already. Is there anything else? Well, okay, the projects, keep going. If anyone's unsure about what food project they were doing or what they are meant to be doing with it, let me know. Some people have asked me some questions already. That's fine. Just ask me. I look forward to hearing just how much you've been getting up to. My advice is this. Keep it simple, but as long as you show me the understanding of each of the food groups and what the food does to our body and what certain people perhaps would benefit from having a certain amount of more of a food group. If you want to do a menu and things like that, that's fine, and create your own 3-course meal. But remember, it's all about healthy eating and getting a balanced diet. So what are the reasons for you choosing those things? If you want to do a chocolate bar packaging, thinking about, well, what's unique about your selling point that's going to make people want to buy it? Any more questions, let me know. I'm here on email. I'm not in school today. If you need any more stats books, get to school today. Last chance to get them and have some fun with that. Any more additional resources are at school today as well. Enjoy, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'm only a phone call away. That rhymes. It's flowers out. Bye-bye.